In the last episode, we were building the robot facility here, the bot workshop, and we're still missing one metal, which is currently being carried here, so let's figure out how to build robots and let's play Planetbase. And I think this one metal is not just quite cutting it, because we'll need more than that. I believe robots will also need a metal. I think they need metal and semiconductors, so you will always need metals. The problem here is we're not producing as many metals as we could or probably should, so I think a second mine is actually way in order. Okay, so this is why where you decide what you want to build. So we need we need one semiconductor, a bioplastic, and a metal, and this will do the thing. Okay, we also want to have... Wait, I wanted to build this here. I want to make a bot auto repair, which means all bots will go here and have themselves fixed up. Okay, so from now on we also look for the trading technologies in the or on the traders. The trading technologies for the bot blueprints, or patents rather, not blueprints, patents. And hopefully we'll get them soon enough. Yeah, the downside of this is now that we're actually having a bit of a passive drain on metals, because we have those bots which are being made, we have the semiconductors which are being made nearly constantly, and those spares which are being made and everything. It just saps a lot of your overall production of metals if you only have one mine with 3 human workers in it. So that's a bit of a downer, and it can really hamper your productivity. Also, yeah, look at that. Numbers of food supplies are slowly dwindling, so let's actually build more of those pads. We have, I think that's maize, we have potatoes, we have peas, and we have... Oh, what are you? What are you? Not you. 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 What are you? Not a pine tree. Damn it. Okay, we have rice, we have medicine. Okay, so we have one of those, we have one of those. We could have a wheat pad. Actually, are you wheat? Go back. This is the button. Oh yeah, that is actually wheat, so we'll probably want to make that... Look at that. We are so close to being out of power. We should get back though, but look at that. We are so close. There's our turning point. Now we are making power again. We're gaining energy again. But oh boy, that was... well, that's uncomfortably close. I don't know how much wind we had overnight because I didn't pay attention to that, but oh boy was that close. So we might actually get back to the points where we actually have to ration things overnight. Let's build like 4 pads here. What are you? You're an onion pad. Okay, so I want a radish pad and some mushrooms, because why the hell not? Okay, this will actually consume... yeah, this will also consume more power and more water, so we'll have to expand on that. And we may want to do that very, very soon. So it might have been a stupid idea to build all of those at once. But you know me, I'm a man of the stupid idea. Sometimes. Most of the times. Quite a few times. I admit that, okay? And you're really doomed when a meteor hits like this. And maybe even during the night when it's... I think more people are trying to sleep during the night than during the day. And yeah, it's just a mess. We're actually quite lucky that no meteor has struck the actual base yet. Because without any metals in store, we might have a very hard time actually replacing things. And there are ways to do it. I mean, luckily we have those essentially independent parts of the base. So I think I really need to have a second mine here. Yeah, I think that's a good thing to build. We'll only connect it up to one side yet, for now, because we need metals for those connections, and we don't have the metals for those connections yet. We'll actually buy some metal from the next tradesman who comes by. Either that, or we'll buy some ores. Who knows? We'll see what he has. There's a sandstorm, man. That's not good. Although I think sandstorms mean that they will max out the production of those and minimize the production of that, I think. Although I'm not too sure. I think it will reduce the productivity of the solar panels to 0 and max out the wind turbines. Do I have a timer set up? Of course I don't. Okay, I'll set up a timer now and we'll just have a longer episode. Also, this is not good because we can't produce as much power as we would otherwise during the day. Which means the night might be the first one in a while where we have to ration stuff. We have to actually disable most of the base. Which is not making people happy, mind you, but it will have to be the case. We'll have to deal with it. But let's not worry ourselves too much with it for now. Yeah, this is already draining. I'm hoping the sandstorm is going away before the night, but I'm not having too high hopes. So yeah, this is kind of a bad time for you to be outside. You should have been in the mine earlier. Oh boy. The thing is, I think if he's in the sandstorm so long, he'll actually spend less time in the mine. And I'm making the second mine because I think it's the good idea to have it. Not only because the first one might be destroyed by something, but also because I think it's a good idea to just have it around. And we have plenty of workers. I mean, we did the math quickly earlier, and we have more workers than we technically need for everything, so we could send some to the mines if we had more mines. I mean, we did the I say calculation, it was more counting than calculating. A very base form of calculation. And we included those 3 workers in here. So 3 for here, 2 for here, 4 for here, and 2 for there. So that's 9 workers. We have 15 or something. So that means we could technically operate everything at once. We never do, as you can clearly see here, but we could operate everything at once. And with the advent of robotics in our base, wow, this is draining a lot of power. We can also have a bit of a bigger emphasis on engineers. We need those now. They serve more of a purpose. Before that, they were more only used for only really used for building things and then maybe maintaining stuff every now and then. But right now they're useful. We need more engineers because, well, not too many of them, but they now are needed to maintain robots, although that will do itself for now. They are needed to build robots. I need to build those spare parts and robotic parts, semiconductors rather, and that makes them more useful now. So you do have a bit of a shift in requirements from basic workers to engineers, and later on to other things probably. Actually, no. It doesn't shift up from engineers. You still need all of those, and you still need basic workers also, but you'll need less of those. And you'll also basically it will not shift, but you'll get a requirement for more workers on top of that, because you will have to Like, you will have to get guards, and you'll have to get more medics, maybe. And all that's going to be added on top of your, your standard stuff that's already required. Okay, I think the food amounts are slowly increasing again, which is great. We're also building our first robot on the base. It's taking a long time, so bear with that. Also, this is a colonist ship. I'm actually really hoping for traders now, because we need metals, and I will buy metals from them. I'll actually trade bioplastics for metals next time. Or just for ores, because we have the facilities to process everything. We just need the workers to actually do it. Oh well. Yeah, it's not like workers are going to be unemployed for a while. Now we need a carrier bot. I'm also not sure what takes long, if it's the production of a bot or the production of a semiconductor. It might be either of those. Okay. Yeah, power storage is low. That is very, very true. We are, however, close to the end of the night. But for now, let's... I kind of don't want to depower everything. Okay, let's disable everything that's not critical. And this actually seems to have put us to a decent level of power. We could actually gain energy now. So let's gradually power things up again. Starting with the mine. Because we kind of want that. Okay, we can afford more than that. Let's power up the thing here. And let's power up the processing plant. That will... okay. We're still okay. Let's power the med bay up. Okay, how are we doing now? Okay, it's actually the end of the night, so we might as well go nuts and power up everything. Okay, enable everything. Burn all the energy away. Actually, this might have been a stupid idea. But I think we can hold on until everything is back online. I mean, you see there, we have just tipped over. Ooh, there's a trading ship. And we now have a second mine, which is great. Okay, what do you have for me? You have all the things one could ever want. Except, actually, we could want that. I'm not sure if I want it right now. Now we don't have metal. You do not have anything I entirely need. We could make alcohol. I think you can actually make that on your own too. I don't feel like making a bar though. I never really need one, so that's a thing. Also, I don't think you can sell bots, so you'll have to sell the base parts for the robot, but you can't sell the robot itself. And why does this guy have everything but the thing I need? I would actually really like to have some ore or some metal, and he doesn't have either of those. I mean, of course he doesn't, but who cares? Also, I think this short time of producing nothing actually cost us quite dearly in production, because look at how much our food supplies have dwindled. The vitro meat is staying the same, but we've lost a lot of vegetables again. So yeah, we'll have to sort that out. Everybody's hungry too, because we didn't get much done. I mean, we couldn't. We had to power down the canteen. And yeah, I'm a bit worried about this, but I think we get. And also, there's this bot building process is so slow that I'm not too worried about it sapping too much of my metal. And okay, that's working too. So we now have a mine, and this looks kind of weird. I don't like the look of that. So build that again, please. You won't. Well, fine. We'll have it that way, but it will not look nice. How many biologists do I actually need? I think we need a lot of them, and I'm not sure if we have enough. I don't know if you have to calculate with one for each pad. Ow! We lost 2 columnists there. That sucked. Luckily the ore is okay. The ore is okay, but we'll have to send somebody out here now. And it's actually good that we had those secondary airlocks, although we have them quite far out. Oh boy. That is the worst place to strike there. Because I think you have to fix the airlock from the outside. I think it has to be fixed on the outside, and that is, well, let's just say horrible. That was really horrible. Oh well. Yeah, we are now in trouble, because we now can't really sell anything to a trader in a reasonable amount of time, because people would have to carry all the things they want to sell all the way out here, and all the way back there. Luckily, we have a mine here, so we still have a bit of metal production going on. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough, but we have it, at least. Oh wow, you can at least fix that from the inside. That's good to know. I'm not sure if that consumed a spare part of that consumed anything else. But we can get this back up, and that's great to see. Now imagine that happening to some more stuffed room, like the thing here, the what's it called, biodome, oil storage facility, which I'm not sure would destroy everything in it, but it would certainly kill everybody in the storage facility at that time. And I shouldn't have to remind you that this would be highly unpleasant. So yeah, it was semi-lucky, I guess. Also, we probably need another dormitory here. Yeah, we only have one dorm room, and it still has space, mind you. We could actually, we could fit in more beds here. Let's do that. We have the bioplastics, and beds don't actually consume. Yeah, they don't consume space. Well, they consume space, but they don't consume energy, which would be kind of weird for a bed. I mean, this doesn't even have a summer ornament letter. It's just a bunk bed. So wow, this is taking ages to repair. So quick to destroy, but so slow to repair. Oh boy. I was kind of shocked there. I'm not sure who else died, and I don't think there's a way to see who has died in your base. Like the graveyard in Darkest Dungeon, or the actual graveyard in Dwarf Fortress. Well, not every dead dwarf is remembered, but most of them are. At least if you're doing it right and preventing them from returning as a ghost. Okay, next thing to build here is a metal processor. Or maybe 2 of those. Let's also connect that. Which will sap a lot of metal, I know, but I think it's going to be worth it. Where are you carrying that? Yeah, you're making a semiconductor with that. Do we now have our first robot? Our first robot is almost done. Along with this episode, I think. Yeah, 2 minutes more. Oh, this is going way too slow for my taste, but I think I'll have to deal with it. We have built a bunk, which is great. And that's also something that requires engineers, although I'm not sure if that is really requiring an engineer. I mean, he has to build it from scratch, but still, it's not quite the engineering masterpiece, if you ask me. I mean, I have built stuff from IKEA too, and it's not too hard. I wouldn't have needed a degree for that. Fantasy, yes, you do need that, but not a degree. Okay. There we go. We have our first construction bot. No, not construction. Why are you sleeping there? Could be bothered to go to the bed. Okay, we now have a construction bot. There you can see it. No, not that one. This one. There you can see it zipping about. Being all more efficient than its human counterparts. And by that, he's already freeing up workspace, so I'm happy with it. This is basically taking away the job of one worker who now has to do something more productive. I do not pity them. No, I do feel you could make this way more efficient. Did he just go out to go back in? How unproductive was that? Okay. Ooh, no wind. There's absolutely no wind on the planet right now. Which means our power storage is going to drop like a rock. I mean, the first part is almost used up. Now this part is going to be used up pretty much as well. And once it hits critical levels, I will have to go and disable the base again. I kind of want to keep everything running as long as possible because I want those metal processors to stay up. I could disable other rooms like this. I think that's actually a room I can safely disable for now. This will give me way less drain. I mean, this room consumed 10 power units. That's a lot. I'm not sure why that needs power to begin with. I could depower the water collectors as well. We have those two huge water tanks. Reasonably large ones. They're not like huge, but they're reasonably big. Okay, I think we can also take this off the grid. We can still walk through it when it's off the grid. They just can't use anything in there. We could take the second canteen off the grid, but it's not taking too much power. Could depower that, but that would be useless. Yeah, let's actually take that off the grid. I want to keep the mines going as long as possible. I know it's low. I also don't want to drop the... Yeah, we're using power. We're using water now. I don't want to lose the biodomes either, or the laboratory. Although that is quite a power-hungry building as well, I believe. Okay, critical power storage, but I think we can do it. We'll just leave those powered down for the time being, and we'll take them back online once everything is... Come on. Can we do it? Can we do it? We can't. We probably can't. There we go. Everything is out of power. It should be back up very soon. We put everything back online, and there we go. Yeah, so the next step is to actually increase our power production. Which means we need that metal. We badly need more metal, and that means we'll have to probably buy it as well. Would it have been a potentially smart idea to actually buy the giant solar panel patent? Probably so, yes, because then we could build it, but we didn't have the metal for it anyway, so it didn't really matter for now. Are you a trader? You're a trading ship. Let's see what you have and then break off the episode. I mean, it's 4 or 5 or even 6 of them now, so we should be set for the next few weeks. Okay, what do you have? You have nothing I want. I didn't want to sell those. I'll sell some of that and a bunch of plastics, I guess. And I'm going hard on the money now because I just need the money. We just need that cash, okay? We're low on it. Can I get another? Yes. Perfect. One more? Yes. That works for me. Now this will mean that another meteor strike to the airlock will be quite detrimental because there will be 10 people dead. There is no getting heavily injured by a meteor strike. You will die instantly. So why are you just standing? Oh, you're a guard. Okay. I was wondering. Although this doesn't seem too hard, so I think even a guard could do it. Maybe you couldn't mind. Maybe you could drive the workers to more, or to a better performance in the mine. Who knows? Yeah. Also, then one of the next things we want to build once we have the power sorted out is another dormitory. It would probably go somewhere around here. So it would be essentially the dormitory for this part of the base. And if we really end up with a lot of metals, we can build cabins. But I'm not going to for now. I also probably want to sort out... once we secure a huge amount of power, you can also get the control center. No, the control center, the... Yes, the control center. We can also build a bar and a multi-dome. Those are things that will allow your colonists to actually relax a bit better, which will brighten up the mood quite a bit, I suppose. But they're also kind of difficult to maintain because you need to have power, you need everything, and I don't think we can afford that for now. They also require quite a lot of material, and you can see how much metal we have, so not gonna happen. Okay. We are slowly getting better. We're slowly making progress again. Stuff is being carried here. Oh no, it's not being carried here anymore. It's done. Okay, so the base has grown quite a bit in this session. I mean, I've seen it probably a bit better than you do now because I actually have played those in one go. I'm not happy with the pace of this production here. Oh boy, I thought we were seeing a third meteor strike here. Okay, yeah, that's the first construction bot. It's gone now too, but at least it freed up some more metal. At least it gave us some more metal to work with, which may actually flow into a new carrier bot. Okay, there's a connection that has been built. I wish you could actually set the amount of robots you want for each, I'm going to say profession here, beyond just building the amount of bot workshops for those you want and then setting the thing and just hoping that all of them produce at the same rate. Which I'm not sure they will do because you don't know which the engineer will pick if he has to pick between all the shops. I would also like to see something that tells you how many of those of your employees, or not employees, but of your civilists are basically idling, and how many have something productive to do instead of carrying stuff. But for example, those guards, they're not doing anything useful right now, and they can actually carry stuff. It would be nice to see how many of those people are just like not doing anything useful, like this guy. Okay, he's using a video screen, which is pretty much idling, but I suppose it's one of the very few sources of entertainment we have, so we'll have to be fine, or we will have to do it, and we'll have to live with it. Okay. Oh boy. How's the power supply doing? Not too well, actually. Not too well at all. We barely got this. We barely get this halfway filled up by the time by the night. So that's bad. Also, could you stop being? Oh boy, that was close. Could you stop being hit by meteorites? That'd be absolutely lovely. Okay, time to break off the episode here. Thanks for watching, and do feel free to leave a comment or a like or a subscription even. And I'll see you next time.